Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show, training our horses and miniature cows in ranch versatility. Penning Rusty and Suzie, our bull and heifer. Roping Rusty with Morgan horse Semi. Training Eve to drive cart. Training Eve to work over her haunches with a motor cow simulator. Training Eve to lay down. Training Eve to harness, pull a log. Training Semi to harness, pull a log on turf. Liberty jumping to music with our horses who are our partners. Training Eve on a cow roping simulator. Training on our driveway, which is covered by sand, so we have a straight track. Stepping over poles, jumping over crossbar jumps. Training in our trail obstacles course. Sadie doing obstacles without rein control. Training miniature zebu bull Rusty to pull an implement. After having shown how we tack up Semi for cart driving in part 1, we now show clips of ground driving and shaft desensitization. Snaps, and then, through the brass rings. Okay, now I needed a little room, and this britchin strap fell down and kind of hung back around Sam, but she was okay, but that could have caused some stress. So as soon as it fell back, I looked to see if I was having body language that was a heads up that we're going to have a little bit of dancing around here. But no, she's being good. I'm putting this hardware back on after I've taken the drive line through. I'm going to try to minimize the number of pieces of hardware I'm using right now on this very small but very nice ring on my surcingle. All right, and Rosie's helping me because she knows she's done this before. All right, there you go. Are we clear of everything with the drive lines? Mm-hmm. See how the drive lines are sitting on her hips? See how they're going through that brass ring? See how they are connected to the bridle through the martingale? All right, and now Rosie, I am just going to follow you, but give voice commands and a little bit of light hand cueing. Step up, Sam. Step up. Step up means forward motion. Step up, paw. Step up, paw. That means to your left. So I'm just very lightly pulling with my fingers. Step up, Sam. Very nice, Sammy. Step up, paw. Good, Sam. Let's do a figure 8 about halfway down between here and the camera. Step up, Sam. Good girl. Good girl. We're doing a figure 8, so you'll see a step up G command. Watch Semi's body language. Watch her vertical flexion. Step up G, a little bit of tug. Very light fingered. Yes. Very nice step. Okay, whoa. Reason I want to whoa that second is while I was showing you my right hand light fingers, my left hand driveline slipped over her hip, and she was fine on it. But I immediately noticed it because I always want to keep the left hand driveline on the left side, the right hand driveline on the right side, so that if I do have to give a command or a request, that I will be able to apply pressure on the correct side of her bit, which she's been trained to respond to. Now let's try a back. Down, back, back, back. Very nice. Just a few steps of back. Very nice. Now I'm going to ask her to step up G, and Rosie, if things are going well, we're going to repeat this same pattern. Wait, step up long, ha, and then as we go down the driveway, just disconnect the lunge line, or the lead line, and walk with her. Join up with her, but let's not have the line on. Let's see if we have control with the drive line. Good girl. Good girl. Step up, Sam. Very nice. Demi. Step up. Ha. Ha. A little bit of paw pressure on the left hand. Very nice. Now I'm going to do a figure eight about halfway down. Good girl. No pressure at all when she's doing what I wanted her to do. Step up G. A little bit of give and take. On the right side, step up G. Good girl. We'll do it again. And on the way back, stay back, Rosie. And let's see if she'll honor my request without your joint up. Hop. Step up, hop. Very nice. You have to walk a little faster around the corners here to keep that right drive line on her right hip. Very nice. Very nice, Sam. I'm not seeing any body language stress. Demi, whoa. Beautiful, whoa. I'm going to ask for a straight back with a little bit of give and take. Demi, back, back, back. Whoa. And I asked for more steps that time because I felt that she could do it. Now look what she's doing, Rosie. Can you step up there on the right? Did you catch that, Ed?
I got her, yeah.
On the head, no, the mouth.
Oh, you want me to get a close-up of the mouth?
Well, she was just now, and this is something that one has to watch for depending upon the horse. Semi is notorious for this. Rosie, will you point to what she was doing?
She's nibbling on the clips here on the right drive line. I think she's...
Well, I got her going like this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's really fiddling a lot with this bit. I think it feels different. It's thinner than the bits the other bits we've used.
Certainly. So. And here's something that I'm going to explain. A bit of history about Semi. When I first started using a shank bit, only because for certain classes you need to use shank bit, whether or not you actually use it in your training, she thought that bit was really interesting to play with her mouth. And I was in my arena, and she was playing with it, and I was thinking about body language and leg pressures and so forth, and didn't notice that she got that shank of the shank bit caught in her mouth. She actually got it caught on her tooth, and she tried to pull away from it, and it went with her, and she got very stressed. She's doing it again, Rosie? Don't let her do it. She got very stressed, threw up her head, almost reared, because what she was trying to do, which was her nature, was get away from this thing that was stuck on her tooth. So since then, I looked into how to solve that particular problem, and you can get really inexpensive donuts to put on the sides of the bit that will provide a shield so that the horse can't reach for the shank or reach for the hardware. So what do you think I'm going to do for next lesson? I'm going to put the donuts on this bit because I'm driving Semi today. I have never had that particular potentially dangerous habit with any other horse. I recognize it, that it happens with Semi. I have experience with it, and I don't want it to ever happen again. And so I'm going to take the precautions I need to make this process a safe process.
I think also with time, I mean, look, she's already sort of stopped fiddling with it as much. I think after a couple more times wearing this bridle, she won't be.
It could be. It could be. But I'll tell you what, that getting her tooth caught that day happened so quickly that as much as I watch for things like that, I had never had that happen before. It happened so quickly and it was so potentially dangerous. I'm going to put the donuts on at first until we get her more comfortable with all of this tack. Okay, now, one more thing. She's okay on not having you there. You see those two pieces of conduit. Keeping the lead rope around your neck so it's there if we need it. Bring the conduit over. We're going to put it right here on camera into the cart, the shaft holders of the harness. Oh, it made a noise because there was a ladder above it. Did you see Sammy's body language? Okay, now, yes, she's saying, now what is this? You see she's backing off. I'm letting her back off within parameters of safety. All right, Sam. Okay, now, we're not even going to put in the shaft holders today. Let's just let her investigate. It's so important when it comes to obstacle desensitization. Give them the chance to investigate. And then I'll look forward to putting them in the shaft holders and doing this leading and ground driving and all with the shafts and the shaft holders, which are just simulated shafts, so that she feels their feeling on the sides of her body. We've asked a lot of Semi today, and I'm really happy with her progress. And now what I'd like you to do is go do it to the other side. Everything has to be done in both directions on both sides. It's almost like there are two brains in that head. Good girl, Sam. Now remember, she has blinders on, so as you walk beside her, she won't be able to see you, but if she trusts you, she'll allow you to walk beside her with those simulated shafts, because she's now had a chance to investigate. Now watch, she's thinking about stepping back. It's all right, I'm going to allow it. But always keep in mind that she might bolt if she gets really stressed. Good girl, Sam. Yeah. All right, now what I'd like you to do is step like 2 steps away and walk all around her. But watch her body language. See what she says about you walking around her. She wanted to step forward. I used my drive lines to keep her from going forward. She's trying to watch Rosie. Now you see how she had to turn her head because the blinders are not letting her see it. Rosie's going to challenge her a little bit. That's all right, Sam. Good girl. And we're telling her, you see, you're going to feel those things back here even though you can't see them. And Rosie's walking all the way around me, and we're going to do it to the left side.
I'm over here now.
And she's letting Semi know that she's there. Very nice. Sam, I'm giving Sam a lot of praise. She deserves it. Very good. All right, Sam. And you know what? I think that's enough of a challenge for Semi today. I'm very happy with her progress, and we'll keep showing you how we continue to train Semi to pull a cart. Now you will see clips of our next session of shaft desensitization. Well, today is the day that we're going to further desensitize Semi with the gray conduit shaft simulators. And then if all goes well, we're going to bring the cart shafts, the actual cart shafts, up behind her and place them in these shaft holders. And that's as far as we want to go today, and we hope that she'll be as calm today as she was yesterday. It is a much warmer day and no hint of wind, so we did fly spray her a lot, but she is kicking up at flies that are landing on her in any case. Now here you're easily seeing the overcheck, which I showed you in our last session, but not a clear image of it because of the way she was oriented.
Drive her a little.
The overcheck.
Over G, over G, over G. Get her to pivot a little. Good girl. Step up. Good girl, Sam. Good girl. Haw. Step up, haw. Step up, haw. Girl. Oh. Back. 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 Oh, good girl.
Is she behaving?
Yep.
Okay, Rosie?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to keep this lead line with me, and notice that I have a clip on it. I do like to use clips. I bought them at the expo this year. I highly recommend them. It's called the clip, and it's quite a safe way to tie a horse without going through a slip knot every time you use your lead line. All right. Now what I'm going to do is get these gray PVCs. Yesterday we showed them to her. Today we're going to actually try to put them in the shaft holders. I'm showing them to her again. Yesterday she backed up a few times. She wasn't quite sure what they are. Today I'm seeing investigation. She's flaring her nostrils, trying to smell them. But they are PVC, not too interesting, I'm sure. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this way through the shaft holders, see if she'll tolerate. And then I'll slide them back. Can you zoom in on this, Ed? Okay, we're going to slide them back so that Rosie can hold this one that's on the right. There you go. All right. And now I'm going to go over here. Good girl, Sam. Through the shaft holder on this side. Okay. Now, this is gray conduit, and one side is ballooned out and the other one isn't. I use the non-ballooned out side to go through the shaft holders. Okay, and I'm going to let you continue to drive. I'm going to stand behind you or in front of you. Are you comfortable where you are?
Yeah.
Okay, and we always have to make sure our drive lines are free of any constrictions from other tack. And so let's, why don't we haw as soon as you can, comfortably, and go up the driveway a little bit. She now feels these shaft simulators on the sides of her body. I see no body language problem. I can pull them out if I have to. All right.
Step up.
Can you haw?
Haw. Haw.
And I see when she's hawing.
Oh,
there's a lot of pressure here on her left side.
over haw.
Over haw.
Over haw.
That means yes.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Oh, good
Good
girl.
girl. That was quite a tight
Step
maneuver. You want to practice that a lot.
Good girl.
Before you do a lot of cart driving anywhere.
Good girl.
Good girl. Good girl. And then when we get to the comfortable place, you're going to G.
G here. G. Good girl. Good girl.
All right. Because I've done a lot of log pulling with Semi, I'm quite confident she's okay with these feelings. Let's do a back.
Whoa.
Maybe, whoops, fell out. Let me put them back in again. They fell out just because I got too far away. Can you hold the right one?
Yeah.
All right. And then I'm going to want to straight back from her, maybe 4, 5, 6 steps, if we can get it. All right. Here,
Okay.
when you're ready.
Semi. Back. Back. Back.
Beautiful.
Whoa. Oh,
Good, beautiful.
good girl.
Now I'm going to pull these simulated shafts out.
Good
If
girl.
this is the first time you've ever tried this with your horse, I would recommend several such sessions until you're confident that there's no stress.
Good girl.
All right, now I'm putting them down here. They're very lightweight, very easy to store on ladder hooks. And this is what I'm going to do next. And this is new today. I don't believe Semi has ever had this cart on the sides, in the shaft holders on the sides of her body. So can you step up a few steps? I'm going to try to show her the cart.
Oh.
By walking around her with it. I did this with Suzie, my heifer, when I cart trained her. I did it with my other horses. First, you want them to understand what it is, how it sounds, She's watching. She's definitely watching. Now remember, she has blinders on. So she wants to keep turning so she can watch this thing.
G. Step up, G.
Good.
Oh.
Good.
Stay right there.
Good.
You're good. Good girl.
Good girl.
Sam.
I'm
Good.
gonna go all the way around
Good girl.
in my haw direction.
You're fine. Hey.
Oh, she's grabbing onto those things again. Next time, we definitely want those donuts on. And we can use a sheetrock knife to make slits in the donuts so that they're really easy to just put on and take off without taking the whole bridle apart. All right. Only Semi does that. Tries to reach over to shanks and hardware next to her mouth, and none of my other horses do.
She's not doing it like she was yesterday.
Not yet, but believe me, when it did happen that time that she did it, and I wasn't aware because I was concentrating on something else, it was potentially quite dangerous because it was something that she perceived as a predator rather than perceived it as something she did by biting on it. Okay, now I'm not even seeing her follow it with her eyes. Now, let's see if she turns her head to see it. A little bit. She did. She's still wondering. Okay, now what I'm going to do, Rosie, you stand off to your left side.
Okay.
With the drive lines this time over the hip. Okay. And remember, I've got my lead line on my neck if I need it. And you know what, Ed, I'm going to need you to just leave the camera on so you can see both the cart and the horse. Sometimes you need a crew of 3 or 4 to do these training steps. So I'm going to need you on this side. It's all right, Sam. Now remember, she can't see peripherally because she's got her blinders on. So we're going to touch her hips. It's all right, Sam. It's all right. I'm going to touch her left hip. You touch her right hip. Good girl, Sam. And Rosie's helping me by allowing me to go under the drive lines. Now, if Semi were to get spooked, we would simply back the cart off as fast as we can. And Ed, on your side, you see the shaft holders, which looks like this. Hold it up. Okay. And then let it come down and put the shaft through it. Okay. Now, it's just sitting in the shaft holders, right? It's all right, Sam. It's all right, Sam.
Good girl.
Okay, are you okay? A sneeze? Yeah, a sneeze can be quite shocking, but she's all right. All right. We have to deal with all these noises, all these sights that might be perceived as predators, because remember, horses are prey animals. All right, now we're going to come a little closer. So you're going to pull the cart up. We're on a hill, so it's kind of pulling back on us. All right. Okay, and we're just going to stand here for a minute. Now, you know, she hears things. She feels the weight of the shafts in these shaft holders. Good girl, Sam. Good girl, I'm making nice. I'm giving her reward. All right. Now, hold on to it. If you need to pull for whatever reason, just pull it out of the shaft holders. I'm going to go to the other side and do some pointing to what our plan is for next time. It's all right, Sam, and I'm letting her know I'm here. Good girl, Sam.
Yeah, you're good.
Good girl, Sam. I mentioned this last time, that we, in fact, have some straps here that we temporarily just stored, and they're in a knot. These shaft straps are going to go all the way back. You just stand there. No, stand there. You stand there. I'm going to just show, how they come all the way back to a strap that's hooked to the cart here with a quick release. And they go through some leather holders here to stay up out of the way. And then, that's all right, you can walk around me. I'm not going to let these straps for now during this training period hang anywhere. I'm not going to put them on top of her back, which we often do if we have an animal that we have confidence in. Okay, and then one other thing I'm going to do today, while she has these shafts in
the shaft holders is show you that the plan for the brake, the second brake, is executed like this. We take this squeeze snap, put it in this eye bolt that has been installed in my shafts, and therefore the britchin behave as a brake once they're connected to these cart shafts. The other brake, which I mentioned both today and last time, the other brake is the thimbles. Now they're hiding here. Do you see the thimbles? Yo, it's already on. Yeah. There you go. Ed's done this with me before, so I guess he already put them on. You see the thimbles can keep the cart from going forward because the thimble strap is connected to the surcingle, and the thimble itself is on the front of the shaft itself. So, okay, everything looks like it's going to fit. Another thing is this strap here. I wouldn't be taking the time to show you all this, but I'm seeing good body language, so I am going to show you, although we're not doing it today.
Should make it close-up.
This strap here, if we had a fourth person, because I don't want you to leave right now, is going to be used to wrap around the shaft holder in a figure 8. Here's the shaft holder. Oh, now she heard something. You see, we've got a potential problem here. Yes. It's going to wrap around in a figure 8. If you don't see it today in detail, you'll see it when we actually do it next time. I like to quit on a good note.
Easy. Good girl.
I like to take small steps.
Good girl, Sam.
So I'm putting these shaft holder straps back in their storage clasp. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is just go to make sure that the camera can focus in on all that I just explained. And then next time, we'll tell you again how all these pieces come together to hitch the cart to the horse. This is Shadrach Triton Semi, my 6-year-old Morgan, and I'm Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Cowgirl, urbancowgirlchannel.com. Shadrach Stables at Midmore Farms. Sadie and Eve. Semi. Rusty and Suzie. www.thesokolows.com.